Hello and good morning. This is Bharat Jhunjhunwala and I welcome you to your YouTube channel. So as I have tweeted yesterday that we will come out with the analysis of the banking sector, and here we are. So we will analyze the banking sector. We will look at three or four stocks that are ready, that are showing momentum, that are showing strength, and then you can make a decision whether you have to invest in them or not. So coming straight to the point and coming to the banking sector or the Bank Nifty chart, you can see that yesterday's move was a little bit questionable for the bulls because the Bank Nifty tried to move up, supply came in, and again there was selling in the Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty came down again, and this is our very short-term moving average, and you can see that this Bank Nifty is right now no type of trading below that moving average from the last three sessions. So all this time when good momentum was there, strength was there, Bank Nifty was trading above the moving average. The close was above the moving average, and suddenly we see that we get a close below the moving average. The last three closes have been below the moving averages. The RSI is good. The momentum is there. We are witnessing good momentum. RSI went to the 70 levels, and so it is technically the overbought levels for the market, and now it may be cooling off from there. So overbought never means that the trend is going to change or something like that. Overbought means that the trend is extended in a certain direction. So we are just type of maybe we are cooling off little bit. So on a daily chart, still Bank Nifty has to prove the metal. It is trading below the moving averages. I think that once we get a strong close above this point on the daily chart, then I think that Bank Nifty is ready to move towards the previous highs. Now we will get a clearer picture on the hourly charts. Now let me open the hourly chart, and on the hourly chart it is very clear that I have marked this supply area. Now there is the Bank Nifty has developed a supply area. There is a gap also. Now these things you won't be able to see on the daily chart. So there was this gap. Bank Nifty made a gap down, and then it moved up again, taking resistance at the gap and came down again. So this is the resistance zone, this is the resistance area right now, the short-term resistance area. So we got a reference level of 38,714. So we need to close above it on the hourly basis. Okay, a strong close above it with good volumes is required, and this will give you a reference to go long. Okay, so we can see that there is some sort of distribution going on the hourly chart, right? And also during this distribution phase we are getting supply. So this is a good supply candle. So this is the resistance zone. Now you have to mark this resistance zone. Keep this resistance zone on your watch list, or keep this resistance zone levels noted down. 38,750 approximately, we can say that this is a good resistance zone, and once this resistance zone is given away, or once this resistance zone is broken, then we may see a good rally in the Bank Nifty. So we have what we have done. We have read the chart on the daily basis, and then we have come down to the hourly basis to do the micro analysis. Now similarly, what are the supports that we are looking into? Again, this is a gap. Now you can see that this was the gap there. Bank Nifty gapped up, and again we have type of tested the gap area. So this area will be a very strong support area. So the zone from 37,800 and to 37,500. So this 300 point area will be a support area for Bank Nifty. Given that the earnings are coming up, we have the budget in the first week of February. Volatility will remain there. We will see volatile moves. So we have to type of widen our stop losses, or widen our widen our stop losses, widen our support and resistance level, widen our zones, because volatility is there and there may be some rough moves. So these are the two zones that you have to take care for the Bank Nifty in the coming days. Now coming to the stocks, the first stock that I mentioned was HDFC Bank. So after a long time, you can see that this bank is trying to consolidate. This HDFC Bank had been underperforming all the banks. If you compare it with private bank, or if you compare HDFC Bank chart with the private sector banking chart, you will see that it has been underperforming mostly. So now we can see that it has taken some sort of support, and it is trying to move up. So this is the area that I was looking into. There was this support area, there was this resistance area. It broke the resistance area, came back, and there is a type of retest of the area. And here we have what I call as the compression, and we are right at the compression. Okay, the RSI is good. I think that we are almost into bullish zone of the RSI, or the bullish range. Now, whether to enter it right now or whether to wait for a breakout above this point. Now again, it depends on the bank nifty, the sectoral chart. So the levels that we have discussed on the sectoral charts, you have to keep in mind. Once those levels are taken out, once the levels of resistance on bank nifty are taken out, then probably you can time yourself into these stocks. Not before that. We need the support of this overall sector. Yes, the sector is showing strength, the overall sector is showing strength, the overall sector is showing type of momentum, then yes, we can go long. Otherwise there is no point in going long. So this is bank nifty, this is HDFC Bank. So I just wanted to show you this setup. This was a good strong setup. Now next bank that I discussed was Kotak Bank. If you see Kotak Mahindra Bank, again a similar sort of rounding formation, and then a move. Post the move, there is some sort of correction. Again, Kotak Mahindra Bank is also taking support at a very important zone. Now, if you look at this point, okay, so this is also taking support at a very important point. And again, we need a good momentum push, a good breakout above the resistance zone. Now we have to same thing applies on Kotak Bank as well. We have to watch the sectoral chart, how the sectoral chart is behaving, and thereafter we can take our call on the Kotak Bank also. So first, strength has to be determined on the bank nifty, then followed by the Kotak Bank or other banking stocks. The third stock which I am looking at is Federal Bank. Now you can see Federal Bank has done very nicely, and it has moved very strongly, and I think that it has been outperforming the Kotak Bank. It has been outperforming the HDFC Bank. This is a very strong move that has been formed on Federal Bank. You can see the RSI is above 70-75 levels. A very strong momentum move, and this is forming a type of flat pattern. If you can see that there is a very small flat pattern. Now basically we can anticipate two things happening here. The first, it breaks out above this flat pattern and moves towards its previous high. So in that case, if it breaks out, your stop loss will be somewhere here, and your target will be this area. The second thing, and the second scenario, what it can do, since the RSI is little bit extended, it can register a correction. Now if it registers the correction, this is the area that we are looking at. So it can correct a couple of percentages, a couple of points, and then it can move up when there is a strength in the overall sector. Now if the banking sector breaks out overall, if there is a breakout in the banking sector and the banking sector breaks out, then I think that this correction won't be there. But if the bank nifty consolidates, or if the bank nifty keep consolidating, or even if the bank nifty corrects a couple of percentages, then the Federal Bank will correct. So if you ask me to rate all the three stocks according to the momentum, according to their trend, according to the power, the first one will be the Federal Bank, the second will be the Kotak Bank, and third will be the HDFC Bank. So this is another chart. This is the SBI chart. Now SBI chart is also looking fabulous here, right? So previously what we have discussed were three private banks. Now this is a public sector bank, and in the public sector space, I think that SBI is the boss, SBI is the king, and this chart is also looking very good. strong pattern, right? We have a W pattern, and then we had this breakout, and then we are getting a retest. And if you look at the volume, type of signature, it is also supporting the structure, the price action. The momentum is very good, so everything looks good. So we have discussed 4 banks: SBI, Federal. So if you have liked this update, please do like the video and comment in the comment box. Do share the video with your friends who are interested in learning. And till then, this is the Bharat Jhunjhunwala signing off. Keep earning, keep learning, keep sharing. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, and stay safe.